If you've been watching my channel for any length of time, or maybe caught it in the last 2 days, you know that I am finally comfortable calling a real estate crash. If you've been watching my channel for any length of time, you know what I mean by that. But nevertheless, there is a real estate crash happening right now. What does that mean? Well, I think the first thing that we must talk about are three factors that I believe a lot of YouTube channels are getting wrong. Even if we are all now talking about a real estate crash, I think there's three things that they are getting wrong. And this is from a guy who's been investing for 20 plus years, bought before the last crash, got out of the way in time, and then profited from the last crash. So again, I have seen this, I have survived, and frankly, thrived. I'm not simply looking at a graph on the screen. I am here talking to you as somebody who saw it coming, moved his assets out of the way, and then profited the whole way down. So the first thing that most, if not all, YouTube channels are getting wrong when they scream crash, one, they're trying to predict it too early. Real estate is not the stock market. It is not open Monday through Friday, and thus everybody could sell. You don't have these capitulation days or the VIX goes to 40 and everybody sells. You don't have margin calls in the crypto market on a Saturday that takes a $40 billion coin to zero. If you hear YouTubers talk about a crash this summer, they don't understand. As somebody who went through the last crash day by day by day, it is far more like a slow moving train wreck, maybe an escalator down. It is different by state, different by area, different by buy box. It's not, real estate doesn't have a washout. A lot of these younger YouTubers who did not go through the last crash want to call a 30% crash this summer, a 50% crash by September. Real estate doesn't act that way. If you go back and look at the 52-year spreadsheet, which I give away for free in my course, my free course, you will see that once we were at the peak of real estate in 06, 07, depending on where you are, it unfolded for years to come. It wasn't one big elevator down. So again, I believe a lot of YouTube channels are using scary hot headlines to get your clicks. This crash that we are going through right now will unfold over months and months and quarters and quarters. It could very likely be 2 years. I believe the last 2 years, to steal an all-in quote, was fueled by cocaine and Red Bull. And we have at least 2 years to see all of this wash out. So it's not an event. It's not a moment. It's not, something that you will see, on September 2nd, this will be over. Second, kind of along the same lines is it's not an event, but I want you to understand, I want all of you to have a buy box, right? We talk about that a lot. I want you to have a market. I want you to understand your area. If you go back and look at CoreLogic, who did a 10-year retrospective on the last crisis, you could see very clearly that state by state, each of them had different pain points. For example, from memory, I believe California peak pain was 09. Washington, because I've talked to a few folks from Washington, peak pain was 2012. So when people talk about a housing crash and they don't give the context of, hey, go learn your market, go learn your area, they really are doing you a disservice. Maybe you were in California and you smashed into the pain first. Maybe you were in Washington and you're like 3 years away from pain. So again, it is very much a regional, state, even city problem. And then number three, the one that really gets my goat. Every crash video I have seen, and if you see others that are not this, I want to know, because I want to celebrate that creator. All the crash videos that I have seen, and I have watched a bunch in the last 48 hours, they are all trying to create fear. 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 Now, what do I mean by that? Well, they are trying to cause you either A, celebrate somebody else's pain. How many of the crash videos I have seen that says, hey, homeowner XYZ overpaid, they got stupid, they waived conditions. I can't wait for them to suffer. Well, that's just mean. That's not okay. Why should we relish the pain? And I say this again as I had saw people lose their homes. I have been and watched people removed from their homes by sheriffs. I have seen locks changed. I have seen people who were worth $10 million declare bankruptcy. It is not good. Second, and most importantly, if you have not figured out the best time to take action is in a bear market, in a recession, in a crash, you are not paying attention. How many of you have said, I wish I bought in 2010? Almost all of you. But right now, you are repeating the mistakes of that crisis. You are sitting on your ass, you are celebrating other people's pains, and you are not doing the work. I want to talk about a crash. It's going to be scary, but it is going to be a massive opportunity. If you watch my channel, you know we usually talk about good and great. I am only talking about great, at least for the next year. We are only writing great offers, only writing great deals. We are only getting 30-year money, no variable rate debt, no adjustable rate mortgages. We are looking for opportunities for term deals to really explode our return. Crash videos get clicks and pay the creator. I want crash videos that inspire you to do the work. Some of you will do the work and get the best deal of the decade. You get the best deal of the decade in recessions, in crashes. So instead of sitting back with your popcorn, get off your ass, get off your couch, and go look at some deals. Don't pay list price. Don't waive conditions. Challenge yourself to get the best deal you have ever seen in your market. And if you're lucky enough to be in a position where you might do 2 or 3 deals like I am looking to do, I want your second deal to be better than the first. I want your third deal to be better than the second. In my market, it crashed from 06 all the way down to 11. I spent 5 years making sure every deal was better than the last. You and I don't know where the bottom is. No YouTube channel does, but you know what a great deal is. This is not a time to sit back and watch. This is a time to do the work. Figure out average. Go write great offers. That is the big sin of these crash videos. We are making content creators rich. There is a content creator that has been preaching crash for 2 years that probably makes $100,000 a month telling you to get your popcorn ready. Folks, throw that stuff away. Get off your butt, go figure it out, go network, go figure out average, and get a great deal. So those are the 3 things. Crashes are not events. They are long journeys. 2, pain will show up at different paces in different areas. And finally, crashes are not permission to get your popcorn and sit on the couch and celebrate others' pain. It is a time to get off your butt and go get a great deal. And if you get one, make the next one even better. I hope that makes sense. We're going to do the daily financial news next. Bye-bye.